Put your ass in the bush!
Hello everybody, it's me, Roku, here with another Cyberpunk build video. This time we're going to take a look at the Arthur Morgan build. This build is less mobile than most other builds, but it basically focuses on making the character as tanky as possible, while also letting them do damage at every single range they can. So the general gameplay is just walking around an area slowly and just killing everyone that stands in your way, just like Arthur Morgan in Red Dead. Let's just get the tech tree out of the way because we have to max this up at the end of the game. It's kind of necessary for every single late game build to be viable, so get tech ability to 20 and then max out this middle branch right here. Up next, we have to max out Cool. In Cool, we gotta get this branch right here. These abilities improve the power of our revolvers and our precision rifles, which is very important for this build. Up next, we have Body 20. Arthur Morgan is a very meaty, beefy boy. So we gotta max out the military right here, and also this left branch for our shotgunning ability. Lastly, dump the remaining points into reflexes for the dashing. Alright, let's get into Cyberware. Now, the thing is, I've grinded the game out quite a bit, so you won't have as much of a Cyberware capacity as me. What I'm gonna do then is go through all the important Cyberware, and then you can just do what you want with the rest of the slots in your own game. First off, to replicate the Deadeye ability from Red Dead, we got to go for the Sandevistan. The Kiroshu Cockroach's optics is always nice for these kinds of damage builds. One could argue that for the hands, the recoil reducing Cyberware is good, but I don't really think this is the case. This is because we mainly use guns that are slow fire rate but pack a punch in this build, so I don't think reduction of recoil is necessary if our aim is good enough. Down here, Blood Pump is good to work with our body abilities. You gotta have a mobility option for your legs earlier on. Axolotl is great for increasing the duration of our Sandevistan. In the nervous system, I think the visual cortex support is nice for picking off targets long range with our precision rifle. And then the rest of these slots should be entirely dedicated to durability. Again, we're not very mobile with this build. We're slow moving, but just devastating in terms of our damage. So we got to be more tanky than usual. I've used the Rara Avis with that amazing 42% extra armor, so it is a great thing to use. You can pair that up with a bunch of armor stuff to get even more armor. I also heavily recommend the Chitin Cyberware because not only does it give you a ton of armor, but it also gives you that crazy amount of 200% extra health regen. So it's an amazing thing to have in your Cyberware if you want to be a really beefy boy just like Arthur. Now let's get into our weapons. The first clear choice in the setup is a revolver, and the best revolver in the game is Amnesty. The high fire rate of this weapon combined with it being an overture means that you can clear out rooms very, very quickly and just, get into Sandevistan and clear people out real quickly with this weapon. Now, you can't have Amnesty from the beginning of the game, so any old overture will do. Overtures of highlight are Archangel, Crash, and my personal recommendation if you have the DLC, All Reliable. All Reliable is a great overture to use in the early game because of its damage output, so be sure to get it if you want to have one to use before you get Amnesty. Now for the big mama of our weaponry, the shotguns. The Sovereign, in my opinion, is the best shotgun for the setup because of the sheer utility of it for our setup. We have our precision rifle for long range, our revolver for medium range, and then this devastating shotgun that absolutely blasts opponents in close range. The Sovereign has an insane amount of damage output in the close range, and if you start aiming, it shoots both bullets at the same time. So if you use the weapon correctly, you can do thousands and thousands of damage in just one shot, and the reload speed is actually quite fast. You gotta be one-shotting basically everything aside from just like the biggest, meanest of boss battles with this Sovereign weapon. Now, if you're a more pump action kind of guy, there's always the Headsman and also the Bloody Maria. Lastly, we have our precision rifle here. Now, for our precision rifle, we have three choices. Choice number one is Hypercritical. This one is a big, mean gun. It's like an anti-tank rifle. Like, it is huge. Just like, so if you want to do a ton of damage at longer ranges, this is an amazing weapon, but it's not too versatile, right? It's not very quick, and you can't really be too mobile with it. So I don't think this is the best for Arthur Morgan. Up next we have arguably the best precision rifle in the game, the Widowmaker. This thing is crazy good. You can charge things up and basically just one-shot anything that stands in your way. Now the charging up is a bit annoying in the Sandevistan. You can see that it takes like a while to the point where you can't use the weapon with the Sandevistan at its full power, so that's why I don't think it's too worth it in this setup. That lastly leaves us with the default SOR-22 precision rifle, which is really old school looking. As you can see, if you just removed all the techie kind of shapes, it's basically just a bolt action gun. Also, it makes nice clunky metallic noises every time you fire it. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this build. Make sure to go check out my full playthroughs of Phantom Liberty and also the base game. Both links to the playlist and also more additional information will be in the description and in the comments. That's it from me, see ya.
But I'll figure something out.
Fuck off or die.